Yeah, just a great balance. They have elite size. They have great playmaking guards that can really break you down off the dribble and get in the paint and operate from there. He's shortened his rotation a little bit, where he's playing about seven to eight guys. But those starters are playing a lot, which most starters play a lot. But yeah, we're going to have to do a good job of taking care of the ball, taking good shots, and just getting our defense set more than anything. They're very good in transition. They're very good in their ball screen action. Steinbach causes a lot of problems with his versatility to drive the ball, post the ball. He's great on the glass. Yeah, we're going to have to do a good job. They're a good rebounding team. Really do a good job of living in the paint. So trying to keep the ball out of the paint, keep them off the free throw line. They did a good job at Indiana of getting to the free throw line. They just keep coming at you. So you got to get multiple efforts. You got to play and try to keep them from getting angles, driving the ball. But it's easier said than done. They're going to get by you at times, and you just don't want them to get by you the whole night.
What did you take out of the way you guys adjusted defensively in the last game? Your ability to take that scouting report, apply it to a game,
right?
Execute it.
Yeah, we prep two ways in terms of how they play, and it's a little bit different when somebody runs like a ball screen continuity in what they do, and that's what they mainly do. Like for us, we run a lot of different stuff, even though our play after the play is about the same. So you got to prep for a lot of different stuff. It doesn't mean it's better. But yeah, they were just living in the paint. We just felt like we had to do a better job and hedge out some ball screens and push them out some. And they were just too comfortable, got too many layups. And we weren't real disciplined and detailed with it, but we just had some simple breakdowns to start the game. It had nothing to do with what I just spoke on. Then they had 6 layups in the first 8 minutes. And they ended up having 2 layups since then. That was in the last minute of the first half. So I thought that really helped us. But we prepped 2 different ways because we were uncertain what was best.
You talk about good rebounding with Steinbach being on their team, an elite rebounder. How beneficial is it for you that you have good rebounding guards?
Yeah, because you can get hooked up, both ways, right? When your size battles their size, and now, having good rebound guards that can come in and clean it up or get those long rebounds and pursuing the ball. I think it's going to be a big part of the game because they're a good rebounding team too, and their guards do a good job also. So I think that stat's always an important stat, but it's really going to be important here. Steinbach's one of those guys that his arms are so long that he can be in bad positions and still get the basketball. He's got a great nose for the ball, and he's got great length.
Steinbach over middle of winter and he applies same kind of principles.
A little more versatile in terms of how he drives the ball. Obviously, Winter's got some experience of playing. But yeah, like very similar. Skill. Nolan Winter probably shoots more threes than he does. Steinbach drives it more than him. Steinbach can do more like in the open court when he gets space. Like he can go from half court and dribble twice and dunk the basketball. Like he's a very, very talented player.
The size and physicality you guys have, can you wear guys like that down? Can that be part of the calculation?
I think you can wear people down just in the terms of you're bringing in fresh bodies. Like it's always good. I think that when you see Oscar come back into the game, it seems like that helps him. Daniel comes in and gives us, a punch and gives us that length. But that's what you're trying to do. Just play as hard as you can play, and then get a breather, and then get back out there and compete. So when they got guys that are just going to stay out there, hopefully that's your advantage. You've seen it work that way, but you've also seen it where it's not. It's a moot point.
How big of a stride is CJ and Jakari both made on the defensive end from last year?
Yeah, I think anybody from their freshman to sophomore year is going to make an improvement on just being able to do their job, just knowing what they're doing. They just have a better grasp on knowing what they're doing and reading situations. I think a lot of times people look at reading situations as just an offensive term, but defensively, especially when you're not involved in ball screens and off the ball, you got to be in proper help. You got to know what's going on. You got to be able to gauge who you're guarding, who has the ball, things of that nature. So just having the experiences they had last year and having the experiences they had this year, it's really helped both of them.
As you're building a roster, obviously you want everybody to play well defensively, but are you thinking we have to get one perimeter player that's up to that standard of he can take that best assignment every night?
Well, you'd like to have more than one.
Sure.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to you want some people with length, like you want some of that on your wing sometimes, but that doesn't supersede quality, right? And so like sometimes we don't have great length on our wing, but yet our quality is good. So it's more of, playing 3 guards, 3 combo guards. Braden's obviously a point, then other guys that are more combos, like to play like the 1-2, 1-2-3. And that's the key, in my opinion, is do you have some guys that can contain the dribble? Do you have some guys that can physically guard those big wings? And that's going to be a telltale here in this game because they have really good size. Des Claude, Zoom Diallo, like they have really, really good size at the guard and really try to break you down. Not to take anything away from their other guys, but like Peterson's a guy that can shoot it, but he's really a point. Like he's breaking you down too. He's a good player. So when they do that, Mandaquit goes out there also, and they put 3 points out there. That's a challenge for teams because they got 3 points really out there. Like Des Claude's played the point himself. So like when they put that out there and really try to break you down, that's so when you're looking at a roster and you're trying to put things together, first and foremost is the quality. You're getting the right person, you're getting the right player, but you're also at the very end of putting the roster together, you normally search for some of those physical attributes you don't have. No different than we weren't a great rebounding team. Hey, let's get some rebounders. You're like, oh, you guys are doing a better job teaching rebounding. Like, no, we didn't. We signed a really good rebounder. Trey Kaufman-Renn's better. Daniel Jacobson's back. Right there is what's got us better rebounding.
Can you just kind of assess the season Fletcher's having in terms of how you're using him and both ends of the floor right now?
Yeah, I think he's done a good job. Like he's his ability to move when he doesn't have the ball in his hands puts people in binds. And I've always said like when he gets lower attempts, that means either we had a really, really successful game or somebody put a lot of time to him. There's no doubt that everybody puts a lot of time to Braden Smith. They put a lot of time to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Like, how do we handle the short roll? How do we handle him in the post? How do we handle Braden in ball screen defense? Well, you got to handle Fletch moving without the basketball also. And so, like, now when people go and put somebody there, they open up a lot of space on the interior for us. They really do. But when they don't, and then he can get looks or whatever, he's proven how dangerous he is.
Defensively, he seems like he's really on top of things.
My bad. I thought you said offensively.
I said both.
Both? Okay. My bad. Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable defender. Like, he knows what's going on. He knows scouting reports. He's always talking about stuff, giving suggestions, talking about what about this, what about that, like, and things of that nature. So I think his awareness really helps. His ability to talk really helps guys. Like, he's played in a lot of games, obviously, and he doesn't get caught up with it. So I think that helps our team defense more than anything.
The team has seemed really tuned in true road games this year, including the other night at the Kohl Center. What do you like about this team's approach?
Yeah, with that being said, we weren't real tuned in to start the game. I thought they got settled into the game. I thought we had a good finish to the half. Then I thought they were great the second half for about 12 minutes. Then right as Braden got the thing, then we just all went to shit, right? But no, I think we have a maturity about us. I think we have an experience of being together. I think they understand, like, scouting reports. They understand, like, knowing personnel. And when you get in, like, on the road, like, some things are going to go against you. Like, we had some things go against us the other day. And just being able to hang in the game and settle into the game. So just that, kind of experience together of understanding things and the pieces that we've added, I think they've really helped us. Omer gives us another ball handler. Oscar gives us that, that rebounder, that guy can get a post-up basket for us. We could go on and on with the guys. And then I think everybody on our team has made that step. JB really JB gets into a little bit of a crunch. So, you feel like a dipshit as a coach. Some guy goes 6 for 6 from 3, then you play him 8 minutes. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Like, I'd lose my mind if I was 19 years old. But Trey Kaufman-Renn's a good player. Fletcher Lawyer's a good player, and that's where he's logged in at, and his day will come. But still, at the end of the day, you want to be able to get some of those guys more minutes. But when you get a matchup or you get somebody that's as good as those guys, it's hard.
I can't remember a lot of other times where you played Trey and Jack together. Was that just a rotational thing in this last game, or? Yeah, that was just a little bit too, right? Okay.
It wasn't a lot. So, if we go smaller, that's our lineup. We just haven't went smaller. It hasn't made sense to. Oscar and Daniel, like, give us some weapons there.
Cool.